Okay, so here I am, day 3 after surgery, and I'm home. So that was a good sign. You always hope you're gonna be home a little bit sooner, but they tell you with minimally invasive TLIF anywhere from 1 to 3 days. And I was a little bit on the outside because of everything that I was going through prior to arrival, that I've discussed in earlier posts. Still, this morning, a lot of pain to kind of work through. Got it managed, fell back asleep, woke up, and then kind of worked through the rest of the day of staying ahead of the pain. And that's where you want to be, as you move into your home care setting. And, they're going to have physical therapy from the hospital come and work with you and really explain everything that you need to do in order to be successful at home, because there's going to be, stresses are going to be put on you. You're going to be asked to do more. The mail's waiting. The errands that haven't been done are waiting. The little things around the house are waiting. All that stuff's waiting for you. So you're going to have to kind of get through that. Obviously, let some of it go and know what's right. Know the right thing to do. And the right thing to do is, if you feel like you can do it, wait a little bit more, get healthy, get healed. That's the most important thing. And I've said it before. I'm a bit of a control freak, and I want to manage everything, and it's especially hard for me. And coming home is no easy task. But when you're at the hospital, they're going to teach you how to get out of bed. They're going to teach you how to walk with a walker, walk upstairs if you have stairs in your house, walk up the stairs with a cane. Practice, practice, practice. Go over it again and again. Don't just look at it and say, okay, yeah, I did it once, I'm good. Go over it until it's second nature. Because the minute it's not second nature is the day that you start to get out of bed, you're feeling pretty good, and all of a sudden something happens that you don't want to happen. So make sure that you take as much time with the therapist as possible. You're going to walk more today. Walk as much as possible. It's little short trips around the floor, probably. That was me. I walked 3 or 4 times around the floor with some nice encouragement from the staff at the hospital, which was, sweet but comical. Watching them, kindly cheer me on, even though it seems like walking, 25 yards isn't that miraculous of a feat at this point. It truly is. I mean, think about what's in your back. If you have a fusion, you have some screws in your back, you have some rods in your back, you have some bone material in your back, you have your own bone that's been cut away. You've had a lot going on back there, and it is a big deal. So know that you can do it, and learn all those little things, from getting out of a chair, getting into bed, getting out of bed, rolling over in bed, getting your back brace on, all that stuff. Practice it and practice it and practice it. I don't think I can stress enough how much you can practice it. And if your family can be there to watch how the nurses help you out, or your caregivers who are going to be around, and they can watch how they help you get out of bed, and then replicate that at home. Even better. You're going to have to do it on your own, but they need to see what kind of help they don't give, because the natural tendency for people to love you is to give you more help. Now, more help isn't necessarily the right thing. It just is a thing. And they can see what the nurses and the staff do to help get you stronger. Also, if you haven't done so, keep calling around, see if you can get people to come in and help you. People truly want to help, even if it's for a day. Even if somebody can come to your house for one day and just help you with dishes and picking up, great. Let them. Take advantage of it. It'll be one of the few times in your life that you can. And guess what? One day, hopefully, you can return the favor to somebody else. It's a very giving thing to do, to help somebody who's hurt. So know that you'll have ample opportunities to return the favor to somebody else. So don't be afraid to take advantage. Like I said, I'm incredibly lucky. My mother-in-law is here, and then helping my wife, and then my mom is going to come in and help my wife, and my wife's amazing, and then all that's great. But we'll call on family and friends if we have to. I will, even though that's not in necessarily our nature, is to kind of deal with it ourselves. It's still important to reach out to those people that want to help you. Also, people are going to want to visit you. You need that. You need people to come by and see you and spend 10, 15, 20 minutes. They'll realize when it's too long. One of the fears, I think, for anybody who's in the hospital or sick or hurt is that somebody's going to come by, they're going to stay for an hour, or you have to get something ready for them. It's not true. They just want to come by and see that you're okay, maybe make you smile, make you laugh for a few minutes. It'll take your mind off the pain. It'll take your mind off what you're going through. Even if it's for 15 minutes, it's a mental break from what you're going through every single second. If you think about the times you were in excruciating pain for 30 minutes and how long that 30 minutes lasted and how badly that hurt, 15 minutes of somebody coming by just to say hi, just to check in, just to help you out with maybe run to the mailbox, great. Also, when you get home, the stuff that you haven't gotten, the stuff that you thought about maybe beforehand, talk to your therapist about what you're going to need at home. And you can order that stuff on Amazon. It can be there to be delivered, or somebody, make a list. Somebody can run out and get it for you, or you can call around and see if people have it to kind of donate for the time being, that you can use to, get through the next few weeks until your back gets healthy, where you can manage to fend for yourself a little bit more. And then I would say the last thing, I was talking to a nurse about this, physical therapist and nurse about this today. So you really have to change how you think about your back, how you think about getting up, how you think about standing, think about your posture. And I will tell you that maybe after one of my first surgeries, I felt great. I felt great 2 years later. I totally forgot about it, like it never existed. Well, that can't happen this time, and it isn't so much becoming the most physically fit human being, but it's about how do you do things for your back, which in turn do things for your life that make it easier, so this never happens again, right? So that you don't have to end up in this situation again. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and I definitely feel much better than I did when I first walked into the hospital. My wife, as my wife and I were leaving, she turned to me and she said, hey, you look a lot better. And I said I didn't feel too much better, but then I thought back and realized I had to be helped out of my house, helped into my car, driven to the hospital, taken to the hospital, struggled up to pre-op, laid down on a bed, 2 nurses helping me, and from then start getting drugs to get comfortable enough just to get into the OR. I couldn't function. I couldn't move. Today, at least I could move from my bed to a wheelchair, get from a wheelchair, get into my car, drive home, stand up, walk into my house, sit, go through my stuff, sit down. I can, function a little bit more like a normal person. So, as you start this process, if you're watching all these videos at once, know there is hope, and there's a life at the end of this. And today I feel good, right? Which is a win. We just want to keep these days going. So thanks, and here's to hopefully even better tomorrow.